Hey everyone, Pop Culture Junkie here. Today we're just going to do a quick little preview review of the upcoming WWE Wrestlemania 31 pay-per-view. I'm recording this on Friday, March 27th, so as of March 27th, this is the final card for the pay-per-view, which of course all pay-per-views are scheduled to, are subjected to any kind of change at the last minute. So we're just going to go through the card that we have so far and give you my predictions and thoughts. Now, WrestleMania 31 being held at the Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California. We're 1 year from here. We had last year at WrestleMania 30, we had the epic Daniel Bryan story. Daniel Bryan was not the people's was the people's choice, but not the authority's choice, not the office choice, as we learned, and they melted into a storyline to where eventually the fan reaction was just too strong of a force, and they were forced into having him not only wrestle for the world title, but they also had him wrestle twice by fighting Triple H in the main event, in the opening main event. And then at the night, as long as he beat Triple H, he became a contender for the belt. And thank goodness we were not subjected to that horrible Batista versus Randy Orton main event that we were all going to be stuck with. So, fast forward to this coming weekend, we've got WrestleMania 31. And we're going to just go over the matches and give you some of my opinions. These are my opinions, no one else's. If you agree, please share your comments. If you disagree, please share your comments. Alright, so let's see. First, we've always got the pre-show, and we just learned yesterday that originally there was going to be a tag team match on the pre-show. Now the Andre the Giant Battle Royal has moved to the pre-show. So, starting off, probably the pre-show was a 2-hour ordeal, so we'll have one match probably during the first hour, and then the second match in the second hour, in between all their interviewing and their broadcast booth doing their predictions on matches. So starting off, pre-show, I'm going to say the very first match is looking to be, in my opinion, I think they're going to open with the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. That's going to be with The Miz, Curtis Axel, Ryback, Fandango, Adam Rose, Zack Ryder, Jack Swagger, Titus O'Neil, Darren Young, Kane, Big Show, Eric Rowan, Damian Sandow, Sin Cara, Goldust, Heath Slater, Mark Henry, Koner and Victor of the Ascension, and the NXT star who won the match at Access on Thursday. That became Hatari, I believe, was the person who won that match. So we're looking at, really, this match is, let's get everybody else that doesn't have a storyline on the pay-per-view. Last year they had the first one. Cesaro was the winner, and we saw how much that did, how much good that did for him. I really don't see a clear winner other than I'm leaning towards it's going to be Mizdow, because I think it's going to come down to Miz and Mizdow and maybe one more person, maybe Ryback, and the somehow or another, two of them will bump into each other, or finally we'll see Mizdow just get his revenge on Miz for all the abuse he's put him through. So I'm going to say Mizdow is the winner for that, and hopefully they actually run with it. I'd like to see Mizdow become, if we saw how he became his stunt double for Miz. Let's see, he wins the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Let's see him come out on Monday night calling himself the new self-proclaimed eighth wonder of the world, the new giant of WWE. He can do so many opportunities to continue his imitation character, and he's just got natural talent to do it. So we're going to go with Mizdow for that one. The next match on the pre-show is the WWE Tag Team Championship title Fatal 4-Way match. It's Tyson Kidd and Cesaro, the champions, with Natalya against the Usos, with Naomi against New Day, which it'll be one of the two of the three guys in New Day, out of Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, or Big E. I'm going to lean towards Big E and Kofi just because they've got the experience, versus Los Matadores, and they'll have their little bull guy with them. Yeah. Anyways, the match itself could be good. You got a lot of good high flyers, a lot of technical wrestling in there. I'm going to say I want Kid and Cesaro to keep the belts. I want somebody to keep the belts and make some baby faces chase the titles. And make the baby faces have to really earn the title shots. Kid and Cesaro have got a great chemistry. And those are two guys that have been underused and they need and deserve they deserve TV time. So I'm picking Cesaro and Kid. Next we've got on the list, I'm not going in any order. I'm not going to give any kind of order of prediction on how the card is. Next on my list here, we've got the Money in the Bank winner, Seth Rollins against Randy Orton. I don't see any reason Seth Rollins should lose. At least not straight up. He should do something with his security, J&J security. They should interfere and cost Randy Orton the match. I don't want to see a cash-in later on, whether it's on Brock or Roman. I'd rather Seth Rollins just cheats to win and has a victory at WrestleMania. I don't see any reason or benefit for having Randy Orton squash or come out on top. It would hurt Seth more than a loss hurts Randy, because they're just not going to stop pushing him no matter what. So may as well have him lose. Next we've got Divas Tag Team match. We don't have a Divas title this Mania, but we've got Divas Tag Team match, and I think it's a lot better than what they've done a few years in a row, where they just put a whole battle royal together, or 5-on-5, 10-on-10, however many divas they have, where it's chaos for 2 minutes and then somebody wins. This has a shot at being an actually entertaining and good match. You got the Divas champ Nikki with her sister Brie against AJ Lee and Paige, and we know the drama and issues have never been explained as far as why Nikki and Brie are back together, but we see a good storyline with AJ and Paige. And sure, they're a combustible element. Anything could happen. They could bump into each other. We already saw something like that happen on Raw, where they kind of got a little miscommunication. Paige came up behind AJ. AJ smacked her. So who knows how much on the same page they are right now. I'm going to say the Bellas come out on top. I know it's WrestleMania. You don't want to see too many heels win, but I think the Bellas are going to come out on top. And you're going to have AJ and Paige maybe go back into a feud, and then hopefully Naomi can step in and start having some diva matches for the title, or Natalya. Wouldn't mind seeing Kid Cesaro and Natalya all holding belts. All right, then we're getting up to closer to our main event matches, but we got the WWE United States title match, John Cena versus Rusev. Rusev will have Lana in his corner, hopefully. She's been gone filming a movie. All right. This is a tough call, because I think either one could be the winner, and it could do good business. I think Rusev has done a really good job being an undefeated heel, and for him to beat John Cena on WrestleMania and keep the United States belt would just give him more heat. John Cena winning the title, it could go good or bad. One, he could actually win the title and keep it for a long time and actually defend it on a regular basis, and that'll bring a lot more credit to the belt and make it seem like a bigger deal, which is handy because Brock's going to stick around now, and we don't know how much time he's going to be defending that belt up until SummerSlam if he wins at Mania. So of these, I'd like to see John Cena win and defend that belt on a regular basis. Next, we've got the Intercontinental title ladder match. You got Bad News Barrett. He's the champion right now. Daniel Bryan, Luke Harper, Dean Ambrose, Dolph Ziggler, Stardust, and R-Truth. This is going to be a chaotic match. Lots of high spots. A match that I don't believe Daniel Bryan should be in, considering all the injuries he's just come back from. I think, obviously, the better choice would have been to put him in the main event against Brock. And I think Roman Reigns would be better in the Intercontinental title ladder match, winning that belt and building a name for himself throughout the summer, and then going for the world title next year. But we're going to see what happens. So out of these people, I think the smart choice would be Daniel Bryan. Just like John Cena will give credit to the United States belt more, so will Daniel Bryan to the Intercontinental title. And he's somebody I relate to: Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Chris Benoit, Kurt Angle, the ones that could win that belt, Jericho, and they were the workhorse kind of wrestlers who could go out. Macho Man Randy Savage, hello. And they could deliver a match with anybody on any given night, and that's Daniel Bryan, and that's what an Intercontinental Champion means to me. I grew up with Mr. Perfect, Texas Tornado, Bret Hart, all those greats, Ricky Dragon Steamboat, Macho Man Randy Savage. So I want Daniel Bryan to win. All right. Next we have The Undertaker versus Bray Wyatt. Undertaker lost at Mania for the first time last year. Bray Wyatt is doing all the work here with the promos. Undertaker has not been seen since last year. The smart choice is Undertaker wins to get his win back from losing last year. And Bray Wyatt, as long as they can do something where he gains some sort of power from The Undertaker for, fighting him at Mania, because they've done a horrible job on Bray Wyatt ever since he lost to Cena last year at Mania, which that's the only reason I don't like Undertaker winning, because Bray needs to win at WrestleMania at least once. So I believe Undertaker's going to go over, though. Triple H versus the Vigilante Sting. God, I hate that name, Vigilante. Why do they have to nickname all the people? Why do they have to call Dean Ambrose the Lunatic Fringe, one of the dumbest nicknames I've ever heard of? So, Sting versus Triple H. Sting has to win. It makes no sense for Triple H. He can take a loss, and he'll hopefully not do this, but he'll probably come on Raw the next night going like, it's all good. He didn't hurt me. I'm still the COO. I can do what I want. But Sting should win, and hopefully we get to see him again at another pay-per-view or two before next year's Mania, if he does decide to wrestle again. All right, World Heavyweight Championship title match. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. Brock should annihilate Roman Reigns. I don't see Roman Reigns as a champion. I see him maybe as an Intercontinental Champion or a United States Champion, only if he can start actually having some quality matches. We saw him having an amazing match at Fastlane with Daniel Bryan, but he can't always be in the ring with somebody like Daniel Bryan. He needs to be more of a ringleader, and he's still young. He's still learning. He's green. And I know this is Vince's choice or golden boy for this time period, so he needs somebody to replace Cena. He needs somebody that can step up and take over, because Cena's obviously been around, been through a lot, and he's not going to be the franchise for too much longer. So he's looking for somebody. He's got Daniel Bryan, but just refuses to acknowledge that he's got somebody to work with. Instead, he wants to push somebody else. I thought if Brock Lesnar was not re-signing, then obviously he was going to lose, either at Mania or the next night, and we'd have a cash-in. But I do not want to see Brock Lesnar lose to Roman Reigns. So I'm predicting Brock Lesnar keeps the belt, and I would like to see him keep the belt at least till SummerSlam. And we'll just see how things go with the schedule and availability that he has on his new contract. So that's it. Just wanted to give a little shout out about the WrestleMania card before we have our amazing pay-per-view this weekend. Hope everyone enjoys the show, and hope we get some memorable moments. This is the Pop Culture Junkie signing out. Please hit that up or down, thumbs up or down if you like what you heard or didn't. And please hit that subscribe button, as I will be reviewing much more pay-per-views and other WWE-related incidents and events. Thank you. Signing out.